Football Show is powered by the all-electric Chevy Silverado.
Welcome to the Pro Football Show presented by the Chevy Silverado. Check out the first ever all-electric Chevy Silverado. Visit Chevy.com to build your own Chevy Silverado or the Silverado EV Week 12 of the NFL season. First and foremost, Will is back. Congratulations. Father of two now. Congratulations, new baby girl. How you doing?
You know, it's off and on.
You're in the trenches.
You're on the clock.
Yeah.
On the clock.
You have like a week-year-old.
Yeah, I'm surprised too that I went positive last week. I kind of sent those pics to Dan just from the hospital couch off some hospital coffee, which by the way is the shittiest coffee. But it's the coffee you need at the moment.
Hospital, everything is shitty.
Yes. Colors, everything.
Yes.
And we have Fred Smoot here as our guest.
Legend.
Which we're very, very excited about.
Thank you.
Inventor of Twitter.
You invented Twitter.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
SmootTalk.com.
SmootSmack.com is what I started at Mississippi State when I was in school. It allowed me to talk trash to all the teams that I played, so they would talk trash back. Only if I'd have went to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
If I'd have went to Vanderbilt, one of those nerds would have said, "Come on, Smoot, let's turn this into a billionaire plan." But I went to Mississippi State and they said, "Let's just play with it, all right? We're fine."
He literally invented a website where you can just talk shit to people.
Yes.
That's Twitter.
amazing.
That's Twitter.
Yeah.
And that makes sense why he and Brandon Walker get along.
Yeah.
Right.
Mississippi State.
Exactly.
Yes.
He's a great man from the things I hear about him.
Yeah. He likes to talk shit and he likes cowbells, so it sounds like
More
that's-
cowbells.
Yes.
He loves to also take a bath.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah. Every night.
Dan, 10-4 last week.
10-4. I'm starting to see it. I told Will that I saw a couple picks that he got wrong. I was right about that.
Whoa.
I was 2-1. 2-1.
There were two picks you actually wrote out, and it was Bengals and Saints. You see, I see two guaranteed losses.
Okay, so it's 1-1.
The Saints now.
But I also, the Lions one, I thought in my head, that was so stupid.
Lions was just purely like, look, they're giving us 13
points.
14. I don't think the Jags are going to beat
But
them.
more than
a lot of
anything,
points.
but more than anything, the Chargers-Bengals game was where I showed my acumen, because Gruden and Dave Portnoy both called me stupid, and they're like, no chance. And I was like, all right,
the
we'll
Bengals
see.
should have won that game.
We'll see. Well, should have.
Should have,
John-
should have.
Yeah.
Fearsome missed that field goal late.
Yeah, kickers.
Yeah.
Kickers.
John Gruden was saying how just negative of a person Dan is last week.
And I loved it. I watched the episode. Hats off to John Gruden. A+ hire. Great for Barstool. Great for our country. But I watched him.
I'm a Bears fan, so I'm negative.
It's
not going well.
The way he was speaking
I
about
want to
Dan.
apologize to
Yeah,
you.
see?
Because y'all been
you.
downhill
Time out.
ever since the Hail Mary. The
Yeah,
Hell no.
I
Y'all
know.
been downhill.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I
The
know.
Bears.
I know.
I literally pulled for y'all because you know Caleb is a native DMV guy.
Yep.
So we pulling for Caleb. But
Yep.
the one thing I can say about Caleb, he's kind of moody.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
But you would be
He's
moody.
He's kind of moody.
But you would be moody too if you got a fucking idiot head coach in the worst
We
hire
can only
ever,
play for who
offensive
we
coordinator.
got. We can only play for who
I know,
we got.
I know.
Of course, he getting everybody fired, slowly but slowly. But what I'm
Good.
saying
He needs
is,
to.
you don't want your quarterback to wear his feelings on his face like that.
I'll say this: it's hard to.
You don't want that, Will.
It's hard
No.
to be positive when the shit keeps going the way it goes. It's hard.
Yeah,
to be
but
positive.
you've kind of always been that way. Or I won't say that.
Because
I'll say
we're always bad.
As long as I've known you. So when I'm hearing Coach Gruden break
2018
break you
broke me.
down, I'm thinking like he's
2018
spot
broke
on.
me.
Because the first moments I got into gambling and I'm kind of watching games with Dan, like my first stream and everything else.
Yeah.
It'd be like the first quarter and be like, oh, bet's dead. It's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. You gotta
And every
get
time I'm thinking, bro, there's so much football. Like, we need optimism. We need
But
optimism.
hold on, I'm always right because I'm the worst gambler ever. So I see things before anyone else sees them.
It is true. I mean, it's like baptized by fire with Dan and Dave. Like you get the negative vibes, but you also learn it's reality. They're not gonna like give you rainbows and sunshine.
I'm like the scary movie where like the hobo walks into town. He's like, "There's some shit about to go down." Everyone's like, "That guy's crazy."
Yeah.
That's me watching a game where I'm like, "No, this is a problem." Everyone's like, "No, stay positive." And then the problem happens. I'm like, "See, I told you."
Don't all of us have that homeboy that, you know, he's just pretty 10, he a 10-10, but he just can never keep a relationship going.
Yeah.
Like we all got that guys. Well, Chicago Bears relationship with quarterbacks,
Yeah.
that's a terrible
That's true.
relationship.
That's
like,
true.
y'all are not good. Y'all don't treat them. Y'all don't nurture them.
I'm treating. I love Caleb Williams. None of this year has been his fault. We hired the worst
course
offensive
it is.
coordinator of
How
all
are we
time.
already talking about the Bears?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right, let's get to other games, and I can guarantee you that the Bears and Caleb Williams will come back. Let's go to storyline games of the week presented by the Chevy Silverado. We'll start with the Cardinals at the Seahawks. Will, the Cardinals coming off of a bye, the Seahawks get that win against the 49ers. The Seahawks right now -1. What are you feeling?
I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks here. You know, you looked at the Cardinals. You talk about Kyler Murray. They also have a good running game with James Conner, with McBride, great balanced attack. But if you look at their opponents, you look at their wins. They beat the Rams early in the year when Nakua was out. Cooper Kupp got hurt. They were down 4 starting linemen. You look at the 49ers win. Niners were up 23-10 on them. They come back from that. The Niners lost their kicker in that game. They couldn't kick a field goal. They had to go for it on like 4th and 27.
Yeah.
They ended up losing that game. 49ers fumbled the ball on the 8-yard line. Cardinals ended up getting that win. They beat the Chargers. They held the Chargers to 5 field goals.
Yeah.
If they just turn any of those into touchdowns, they win that game. And then also, when they beat the Dolphins, it was Tua's first game back. So even though the Cardinals are playing well and the division is wide open, I like Seattle for more so the fact that it's just in Seattle. They've been really streaky. They've been really hot at certain times. They've been really cold. But the Cardinals, their third down defense is not very good. And when you're going against the second best passing attack in the league, I just don't think that fares well. So I'm going with Seattle.
Will, if you do all that crying, what the baby gonna do? You just had a baby, and you gonna do all that crying. I just heard like 5 ifs come out of your mouth.
Yes.
Now, and you know what? I expect it from him.
Yeah.
I don't expect it from you. You are battle tested.
I'm telling you, but I'm giving you some facts here. They're 6-4, but it's a muddy 6-4.
You gave me a lot of facts, but so they played bend but don't break defense, and they gave up 5 field goals.
Yep.
That's a win. They played Tua when they had to play Tua. It ain't their fault he got knocked out the week before that. At the end of the day, I can only play who position themselves. And when I look at this Cardinals team, the one thing they can do, they get physical.
Yes.
Like the most physical team wins every Sunday. James Conner run that ball down here. Think about it. They are leading that division, and Marvin Harrison ain't the rookie we've been talking about yet. Now, I love Geno Smith. Like he said, they wrote me off, and I ain't right back. I really love that. But with that wide receiving crew, I think they actually throw the ball too much because Kenneth Walker III, he can close a game for them. They don't allow him to close those games.
Yeah. You're right.
So I know I love that. I love it. It's not going to happen. Seattle's going to win this game. But I love that little bite back right there.
Well, no, I just feel.
So are you going with the Cardinals?
I'm going with the Cardinals only because I believe in Kyler Murray. What they're doing right now, they're isolating, they're insulating him with the run game. And Kelsey White and the rest of those guys on defense, they play hard. Buda Baker, they play hard on defense. And come on, it's a divisional game. You know a divisional game is a toss-up anyway. I'm going to go with the team that's playing well. The one thing about Geno Smith, sometime he on, sometime he off. If I said one drive left, 4th quarter, what quarterback would you rather have? Geno Smith, Kyler Murray.
Okay, I was with you until that.
I was going to say Geno.
Here's the only thing.
You rather have Geno? What about
Kyler?
I rather have Kyler.
Here's the only thing with that is Geno Smith actually leads the league in game-winning drives in the 4th quarter with 7 in the last year and a half.
That means he's already down because he's been stinking the first 3 quarters.
Yeah,
that was the question.
No. But his situation.
Last drive.
He's putting himself in those situations, forcing himself to play at that
Brett
level.
Favre.
I'd rather have Kyler, who's not putting himself in those situations, and he's going to letting the running back end the game. They're only doing that because they're throwing from behind. That's why that's why they second in the league in passing yards.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm taking the Cardinals as well. I'm with Fred. Listen, the Cardinals, you can pick them apart a million times. I think they just play really sound football. Their offensive line is really, really good. The Seattle defensive line it's getting better, but it hasn't been great. I think they're gonna be able to win this game up front. And in the Cardinals defense, while not flashy, Buda Baker is an absolute stud. He's an absolute beast. And I think the Cardinals are just playing better football right now, more consistent football. And he's right, the physicality of the Cardinals, the way they run that ball. James Conner, I still don't understand. Every time he runs the ball, it's like, dude, just get a little bit lower. But he doesn't want to. He just runs upright. Just runs through people.
Yeah.
It's Derrick Henry.
And off a bye, I'm taking the Cardinals.
Okay, Sunday Night Football, the Eagles at the Rams. Dan, I'll start with you. The Eagles -2.5. Both of these teams coming off of a win. How are we feeling about these two games?
So I'm a little nervous about this game because the Rams they have to have this. They put their back against the wall in terms of the start of the season. But I do think the Eagles are just a better all-around team. And what Vic Fangio's got that defense doing right now, they're playing some great, great ball. Their secondary has been great. They have, a rookie cornerback from Toledo who's been incredible. Yeah, 2 rookie cornerbacks. Cooper DeJean's playing great.
My boy.
He's back.
Come
on, Jason Seahawks in the second.
And I think they've kind of found that balance now where the Eagles are, hey, let's win this game through the run. Saquon is an absolute stud. He's already over 1,000 yards. Their offensive line mauls people. I'm going to take the Eagles.
Will?
I like the Rams. I like the Rams. Again, the division is wide open. They have a lot to play for. Their back's against the wall. And you look at who the Eagles have played. Yes, they beat a good Commanders team last week. Commanders played well in the first half and then just fell apart in the second half. But if you look at their opponents, it's the Browns, the Giants, the Bengals, the Jaguars, and Cowboys. They haven't played a whole lot of talent in the back
Bengals
half.
offense.
Yeah, Bengals offense. Fair.
Commanders offense.
But you look at the Rams last year. They were 3-6 last year. In their last 8, they went 7-1. I think when their back's against the wall, this is where they're healthy now. They're getting healthy. You got Kupp, you got Nakua, you got everybody kind of getting back together.
The defense is starting to grow.
Yeah, and they can protect the quarterback where Philly struggles. They're more of a bottom half as far as getting a pressure rate on the quarterback. One of the lowest in quarterback hurries and getting their hands on them. So I think with Stafford, you have an experienced veteran like Stafford with his weapons on the outside. I like McVay. I like this offense, especially at home. So I'm going with the Rams.
I thought we was going to come together like this, but now I see a pair of lips that tell a lie. Come on, you know about this NFC East.
He's on your ass.
The
Pair of lips don't lie. Get him, Fred.
Come on now.
Get him.
I'm finna give you an offense. The best offensive line in football belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
All right.
But at the Rams, the last 3 weeks, 3.5 yards per attempt. Their run defense is playing a lot better, and their young cats are getting after the quarterback.
Verse and the rest of those guys getting out there, but I'm not taking these puppies against the best offensive line in football. And the best runner in football is Saquon Barkley right now. They have a 1A and a 1B with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You cannot stop them. What's your defensive plan when you have to play this team? You cannot load the box because they'll push the ball down the field. You cannot play man-to-man and turn your back to a running quarterback. What can you do? You can only hope to slow them down. The one thing with stopping the Eagles was the Eagles. And that was what was going on with Coach Sirianni in that locker room was the only thing upsetting them. They seem to have got that behind them, and now they seem to be pound for pound the most dangerous offense in football. You're going to take a veteran offense against a rookie defense, and you're going to pick that rookie defense? I love Matthew Stafford, and I know the man crush you got on Coach McVay. I understand. You was with him. I understand that. But if we going to go, man, if I say let's
Super
go.
Bowl champion, yeah. But also man crush because, we play for him. I play for him.
Thank you. I understand the connections. But guess what? I'm not going to lie to myself. You can lie to your wife, your sister, and your grandma. Don't lie to yourself. Philadelphia.
You like Sirianni over McVay?
No, I like McVay over Sirianni.
Okay.
But I also like the soldiers that Sirianni has compared to the soldiers that McVay got.
Anything
Also, the Eagles. I mean, look, the Eagles are looking right now 8-2.
I know.
But 8-2.
I thought we were gonna come together.
The Eagles are like
Let's tell a lie.
they're eyeing this 1 seed. Like if the Lions trip up anywhere here, the Eagles are right there. Like this is a big game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna
No, I'm
change?
with. No. I'm staying with the Rams. I like the Rams.
Okay. So Jerry is not here at the moment.
Yeah.
So but we go ahead and do the
Yeah, let's do
picking
the
zoo?
picking zoo.
Okay,
He'll be
Jerry's
here.
picking
He'll
zoo.
be here.
He will
Has he-
come
has
in
he-
in a
has
very
he
bad
messaged
mood.
No, he hasn't
Presented
messaged
by Stella Blue. Football season is here, and Stella Blue's
this thing.
new maple pumpkin pie and apple crumb cake blends are the ultimate game day companions. They're available in both Crown Coffee and K-Cup varieties. Grab Stella Blue Coffee's limited edition fall flavors today at StellaBlueCoffee.com. Use promo code football to enjoy 20% off of any order of $25 or more. And of course, every purchase helps save homeless pets. So let's see what Jerry's Picking Zoo has this week.
All right, welcome back. Pro Football Show, Week 12. Jerry's Picking Zoo. I got the treats in my pocket here. Leia's 3-0. She has yet to lose. She's as sharp as they come. I think this is the sharpest animal we've had so far. She's a queen. Love having her in the office. And I want this one to be fair. Last couple ones, was it rigged? Possibly. Possibly was, possibly wasn't. I'm going to have Kelsey come in this one. We're going to pick her up because this is a tough game. Game of the week. You see the treats here. She's going to go, and you can let her down and see what she does. Wow. It was quick. I wasn't expecting that. Ravens, book it. We'll be back next week.
Okay, so the game of the week presented by the Chevy Silverado, the Ravens at the Chargers. The Ravens lose that tough game to the Steelers, which when Jerry gets here, I'm sure we'll have to talk about that. The Chargers get that crazy win against the Bengals. Fred, I'll start with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Who you taking to win this game?
In the Harbaugh Bowl, the brothers go at it again. All right, the last time these brothers went at it, they did play each other in the Super Bowl. It was all John's team, and I think it's John's teams now because one team is at the beginning of what one Harbaugh is building, and the other one is in a Super Bowl window. I think Lamar is top 3 in the MVP picks right now. Derrick Henry, I think, should be in the top 3 of the MVP pick. I think they have a great offensive line. I think adding the wide receiver to the offense makes them even more dangerous. But the weak spot for the Baltimore Ravens is the defense. We can all agree with that. But I think because they're going to play with a lead and they got a closer in Derrick Henry, I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with the older brother John, and that's what I'm going with.
Dan, we know Justin Herbert's been playing incredibly well, too.
Justin Herbert's been great. I loved Jim Harbaugh's quote where he said, when people are giving you accolades and compliments and telling you you've arrived, kick them in the shins. You kick them right in the shins. That's what you do. They're trying to make you soft. I'm not worried about a team like this off a big win. I'll take the Chargers in the points. The Chargers defense is very, very good. They fly around. And Justin Herbert, what is the weakness of the Ravens? Their secondary. I think Justin Herbert's going to have a big, big day. And Jim Harbaugh,
you say Justin Herbert big day? With
yeah,
Larry McConkey?
big day.
You think Larry McConkey?
Larry McConkey's about to have 1,000
They've been
yards.
playing well. They've been playing well.
Quentin Johnson's
I
catching
understand,
touchdowns.
But you know,
You get out of the NFC East, you kind of forget a little bit what's going on around the league.
No. I understand, but also I'm in that beltway, and we get to watch the Ravens all the time.
I understand.
Legitly right
their
now.
offense is legit.
To me, unstoppable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, not unstoppable.
No, what
the
stopped
Steelers
them?
just stopped them.
No, you know why they stopped them? Because they stopped giving the ball to Derrick Henry.
And you're right.
Stopped.
You're right.
When Derrick Henry touches the ball 20+
They win.
They're 4-0.
Yeah.
When he doesn't, they're 3-4.
Yeah.
The entire kick is going to be good offense. They both have good offenses. They both have good defenses. The Harbaugh Bowl is going to be alive and well. Everybody's going to be tuned in. But they have to give the ball to Derrick Henry. That's when they're the most successful.
Yep.
And clearly the key for the Chargers is stop Derrick Henry, and we can win this game. But I'm going with Baltimore.
We're
We
opposite on
finally came
everything.
together.
We're opposite on
That was it.
everything.
It took the Monday Night Harbaugh Bowl.
Derrick Henry.
It took exactly.
Give that monster the ball. He's a monster, man.
Let's go to the playbook picks presented by DraftKings. Watching your team win is nice, but why not make that a win-win? And our partners at DraftKings are all about that winning feeling. And right now, new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code PRO. The crown is yours. Again, download the Sportsbook app. New customers use the promo code PRO. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets if your best bet wins. That's promo code PRO only at the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Jerry,
Hey.
Hi, Jerry.
how you
Boy
doing?
made it.
Good.
Yeah,
It's snowing very hard outside.
was that a fun drive?
2 hours, 28 minutes.
Ooh,
Oh, 2.5 hours. I don't know if anybody
Damn.
could hear. So
Driving from Minneapolis?
damn. Will made it here in 50 minutes
way
from
did you
O'Hare.
From O'Hare.
Yeah, he made some
What
moves.
way?
He made some moves.
The Uber driver was like, we're going to run into some traffic. I'm going to take a couple.
Back roads.
I don't know back road.
I mean, you have a phone.
I did Waze. Waze, good. Waze was fine.
Did you get your bagel?
No, I didn't get it.
All right,
came
I
right
saved
here.
it for you.
well, Jerry, we just did the picking zoo, and I wanted to give you a moment to talk about it if you want.
Say hi to Fred.
Hey, Fred. Fred Smoot.
Yeah.
Most definitely. How you doing, bro?
This is
We don't want
Jersey
to see no
Jerry.
more Steelers fans. Steelers didn't do us well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We did it already? Segment
Yeah.
The Pickens who just hit.
3-0, Leia.
Yeah, I know.
Possibly 4-0.
He's going 4-0. She picked the,
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Were you sad
Thought
she
it was
picked the
live.
Ravens?
I want to know, do Steelers
No,
fans
because-
really believe it? Do you really believe in Russ?
Oh, come on, Fred.
It's literally the
I
number
mean,
one.
I got to show him.
I'm just asking.
He's sussy for
He's
Rusty.
sussy for Rusty.
I'm gonna read you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you
Shirts for
something.
it.
I'm gonna read you something. One
All
second.
right. I'm all ears.
Here it is. My Twitter bio.
Yeah.
Barstool Sports, my show, Jerry After Dark, also affiliated with another company, Diamond Recovery. I played golf with TJ Watt. I'm the #1 Rusty rider. I used to smoke crack, but I'm sober now for 9 years.
Yeah.
#1 Rusty rider.
Well, you know one thing about Brother Russ, right?
What?
He'll take you up there, but he'll let you down too now. Now, the one thing about it is he's been unstoppable since he been doing it up and down the field.
Yeah.
But when they get in the red zone, he starts to look like, you know, Uncle Russ again.
Yeah.
He starts to look
Little
like
old.
he starts to look like I'm aging a little
Yep.
bit. Like, think about it. Look at the plays man to man in the red zone compared to zone. When people play zone, he throws interceptions.
I got a bad Rusty stat.
Uh-oh.
Is that a QBR or passer rating of 8 in the red zone?
In the red zone. And that's
Eight.
against
Eight.
zone.
Eight.
That's against zone.
Everything
So,
tightens
you
up.
know, Everything ain't all Sierra now. Everything ain't all good.
But when it is Sierra, it is good.
Oh, no, it's good then. It's good.
Okay, Will, your playbook pick of the week.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Chiefs minus 11 to cover against the Panthers. They dropped one last week against the Bills. I think they bounced back. They got Xavier Worthy in the mix more. They get real creative with him. And just the creativity on offense. Like, Fred, you know, you get in 12 personnel, when you get an ace formation, you're expecting just conventional, whether it's a stretch zone, wide zone, run gap, maybe play action, maybe stick routes. And you have 17 Hardman over there. They jet him across. They do a tight end middle screen. They do a rollout.
Don't know what they're running in it.
You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So with the creativity, with them losing against the Bills, I like them having a revenge, like having a little bad taste in their mouth and then putting it on the
You're a nice guy, Will, because why didn't you just say they playing against the Panthers?
For sure, but I wanted to give
all right.
And the Panthers are trash.
Yeah, Panthers are trash.
Yeah, they in what we call a whirlwind, tailspin. Like they just can't get right. All right, that's from the top down, right?
Yeah.
Now. So I don't want to blame Bryce Young though. Sometimes we are drafted into bad. That's the one thing about sports.
Yeah.
You could be the best person in the world at your job, and you go into the worst company.
Yep.
Nobody else does that.
Yeah. So you're going with Chiefs?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, here we go. You're going Panthers, ain't you?
Don't you do that.
Yeah. He's a sicko, Fred. He's a sicko.
Come on.
Going with the Panthers, plus 11. The Panthers can run the ball. The Panthers' offensive line is good. They got healthier. They've won 2 in a row. They went on a bye week. Obviously, the Chiefs are going to win this game. 11 points is a lot of points. And Patrick Mahomes is a double-digit favorite on the road, is 0-3-1. The Chiefs' offense, who scares you? Who scares you?
Pat Mahomes?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, but I'm saying receivers. They don't have speed that scares you. I know Xavier Worthy is very fast, but he can't catch and he can't stay in bounds. But he doesn't scare you speed-wise. I think the Panthers can keep things in front of them. I think they can slow this game down. They're going to run the ball a lot. I think they're going to stay.
You're talking about the Panthers slowing down the Chiefs.
That's what you just said.
Like all the games that the Panthers have played this year, like this is the moment.
You know why
plus 11. Plus 11. Plus 11. All right, we'll see. Plus 11.
To catch crap. You like
plus 11. I'm taking plus 11.
All right, I'm not going to the casino with you.
Yeah, all right. We'll see. We're opposite on every game right now.
That is true. That is true. Okay, so we went down the Bears rabbit hole a little bit off the top of the show, but Dan, your playbook pick is the
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears plus 3.5. I don't love it. I'm very nervous about Brian Flores against Caleb Williams in this offensive line. I think he's going to blitz the hell out of him. But Sam Darnold's had a little bit of a weird, he put it back together last week, but he hasn't been lights out. It's an outdoor game. The Bears defense is still good. I'm going to take the Bears. And the Bears, look, Shane Waldron was the worst hire of all time. He was the worst coach of all time. You saw it with Thomas Brown. In one game, he had Caleb looking good again, getting the ball out fast. That's the thing. 2.3 seconds. 2.3 seconds he got the ball out. Shane Waldron's a bad dude.
He said 9/11 last.
Yeah, 9/11. Yeah. I didn't say. I said, where was he?
No, I know.
Yeah, where was he?
Rumors.
Where was he? Where was he?
You just think weather's breaking.
Yeah.
You see the weather out there.
Yeah.
I think Caleb, the way he's been playing thus far in that O-line, all of a sudden it's going to turn around when it gets a little harsher out there.
Yeah, I think they're going to run the ball. They ran the ball 34 times, 34 passes. They got back to what they do, what they can do. Not trying to. It was just the whole offense was crazy under Shane Waldron. DJ Moore's now running the routes that he should run. The Bears are going to cover this spread. I don't know if they'll win.
Blame everything on Shane Waldron.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I can and I will.
No, you can't.
I can and I will.
Listen, being a homer won't get you anywhere.
I can and I will.
Listen to me.
I can and I will.
The superior defense on that field is the Minnesota Vikings. If the Minnesota Vikings say we're going to take the air out the game, that means Sam Darnold and just run this ball in this bad weather, y'all don't have a chance. All right, at the end of the day, the Bears defense, the defense has been broken since they left Northwest Stadium.
No, it's been not great since Billings got hurt. He was our run stopper, and then teams are able to run on us. Yeah. You're right on that. Mm-hmm. But Bears are going to cover this game.
They're not. Yeah. All right. Here go what I'm going to say right now.
You know what? Fuck it, Fred. The Bears are going to win this game.
No, what?
Yeah, you put me in a spot. I have to.
Thomas put me down for
the Vikings.
Come on, you gotta go Vikings.
Vikings.
I thought, for a second, this is how bad I am. I thought you forgot who the Bears were playing for a second. I felt like I needed to help you.
I'm looking
That's
at
how
the
long
game.
we've done this show together.
It's gotten that bad.
There's a chance I might not win a
new
game
parent
this week.
brain, like
There's a chance I
sleep
might not win a
deprivation?
game this week. I'm doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
There's a chance I might not win a game this week.
Your back is against the wall.
I am. I'm feeling the pressure because I'm also looking ahead, and it's like
You speaking in guaranteed.
There's bad
you never
stuff
speak
coming.
in guaranteed. The only thing guaranteed is I used to be a baby and I'm gonna be a ghost.
I love that. What a quote.
Yeah, I'm a future ghost. We all future ghosts.
That's
and
true.
we former babies. That's part of it.
Future ghosts.
Yeah, but you speaking in absolute, he's like, yeah, right here?
Yeah.
Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
We got them.
Yeah, we got
you
them.
don't.
Yeah, we
you
do.
don't.
All
They're
right,
a
we'll
better
see.
team.
We'll
they're,
see.
they're better coached.
We'll see.
Hey, your
That's
coach-
true.
your coach
Our
is-
coach sucks.
Last 6 games, that's what they doing in Chicago.
No,
Eat
they
potato-
sucks. He sucks. He sucks.
They
He's
might
a
well
bad
get some
coach.
Italian beef for the last time.
The one nice thing is winning this game doesn't matter to me anymore. The Bears season is very clear. It's just make sure Caleb keeps progressing and make sure you don't win enough games that Matt Eberflus keeps his job. That's
Y'all
it.
get Ben Johnson next year.
I would love Ben Johnson.
Yeah, y'all
I would
get Ben
love
Johnson next year.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I don't
good
think
for
he's
y'all.
going to come because the Bears organization is rotten to the core.
No, I think he's a great pencil dude, X's and O's.
Is he
But
a
I don't know
leader
how
of
get.
men? Is
I
he a
was gonna
leader
say,
of men?
what about the Jimmy and the
Is he
Jones?
a leader of men?
I don't know if he got
Dan
that.
Campbell's a leader of men. He might
Yes,
be.
he is.
He might be in the perfect spot.
Serving that kneecap suit.
Yep.
You really wanted Jim Harbaugh, too.
I mean, yeah, but the Bears are pussies. They would never hire him. He's too much of an alpha. Real men are not afraid of real men.
The Bears.
That is true.
Real men are not afraid of real men. Remember that, Fred.
Hey, listen, I played in this division for 2 years as we beat up on the Bears.
Okay.
So I understand what you're going through.
Okay.
I understand.
See, and then you.
He's been on the other side of
and
the ass
everyone talks
kicking.
out of both sides of their mouth because they say, "Oh, I understand what you're going through," and "Oh, you're so negative." Which one is it?
I understand your feelings,
Okay, so then
your football feelings.
But me being negative makes sense.
No, you being hurt makes sense. Feelings are hurt. Negativity comes from the
Hard to be
mind.
positive. It's hard
Feelings
to be
come from
positive.
the heart.
It's hard to be positive.
I
Hard to be
understand.
That's
positive.
preaching right there.
Bears
I
are
mean,
going to win
he's-
this game.
that is preaching.
Bears are going to win this game.
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're not.
I'm going to call you. I'm gonna
It's been
FaceTime you.
downhill
I'm gonna
ever since
FaceTime
your guy was pumping up the crowd
know.
and
I'm gonna
Northwestern
FaceTime
came
you.
and just flicked the ball. I seen everything from the Bears just leave that night.
Listen, Will picked the Packers last week. So did Dave. So did Gruden.
Well, hang on. Packers still won.
I understand, but
They didn't cover.
playing against the spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Jordan Love. Do we feel like he got a little fat rash disease?
He's-
you know how you get paid and then you're not the same dude?
He'll start to turn it on.
Yeah.
He'll start to turn it on.
At the
He
end
did
of the year,
last
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to the Fireball Rapid Fire Picks of the Week. The Rapid Fire Pick segment is presented by Fireball Whiskey. So many things make football great, but the best thing is kicking the living shit out of your rival. And of course, this week we have the Steelers versus the Browns. Fireball Whiskey is here to give you the spark to ignite that rivalry all season long.
Man, that
Grab
they
your
sell.
football buddy, buy around, and reignite that rivalry flame. Also, it's snowing outside, so like that'll
Yes,
warm you
that's
up.
perfect.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's
That's
perfect. That'll warm you up. Especially like new dad vibes too. You probably needed that. You
Yeah,
probably needed
no, I
that
did.
with some extra
Take some
coffee.
edge off.
Yeah. So the Lions at the Colts. Will, I'll start with you. The Lions -7.5, and they're just absolutely rolling right now.
Yeah. I don't know. This is my I don't know game.
I'm taking
too many points.
I'm taking the Colts.
I was gonna say I'm taking the Colts. Here's where I need a little bit of a pivot. If Rahman, and Smith, they're questionable right now. Both their tackles, left tackle, right tackle. If they happen to be out, I'm going with the Lions. But if not, I'm going all in on the Colts.
Let me-
protect the football, stay ahead of the chains, win on third down, and the Colts can cover.
Let me ask you guys a question. Two defensive guys.
Yeah.
Alex Anzalone, green dot guy. He gets hurt. He's out for 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that affect the defense on the next game, where it's like you had the guy who's calling the plays, who's getting you huddled up, who's getting you
Everything.
in the right spot?
Everything.
That takes
It's
an
everything.
adjustment.
It just depends on who the backup is.
Who's
Yeah.
filling in?
Yeah.
Like he's right, but that linebackers, man, they are the heart and soul of a defense.
Right.
Like the linebackers are right in between. Like, listen, the front starts everything, the DBs finish everything, but everything belongs to the linebackers. Your defense is all about the linebackers.
Right.
Them linebackers for the Lions run around. So I don't even call them the Detroit Lions no more. They the Detroit Thundercats. All right?
Ooh.
That's what they are. Led by Lion, a.k.a. Dan Campbell. Like the one thing about it, I'm not doubting this team no more. Like at the end of the day, if it's a 10-point spread, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. They are beating up.
They're
on
beating
people.
everyone.
It's different than just beating people. They are beating up on people. They're imposing their will on each and every team that they play.
Yeah.
What they did to Dallas, they had nothing to do with we playing y'all money. They had everything to do with what happened last year.
Yeah.
Like, they are checking people off of their box. And guess who on that box next? D-Coats. They gonna lose.
I like the Colts. I think Anthony Richardson, that was a very impressive game he played against the Jets. And especially with the green dot out, Alex Anzalone, Look,
But I
they're going
think
to put
there's-
him in precarious situations where Shane Steichen got back to like, hey, let's run Anthony Richardson. Let's actually use him correctly and make the defense make decisions.
What is
Yeah.
one thing? Are you talking about Jack Campbell?
Jack Campbell, they got Jack now.
Yeah, they got Jack, and they also got who was the he was on Hard Knocks, like number 44.
Oh, from Jackson State, I know exactly who you're talking about. Keep going and I'll bring it up.
But what's one thing that's always been, obviously the Lions are beating teams' ass, but one thing that's been consistent the entire time since Dan Campbell's been there is their culture.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players on that coaching
Next man
staff.
up.
So the next man up mentality
Yeah.
is as deep as it's going to be there. Everybody knows how important it is.
Yeah.
Hey, if somebody goes down, it is the next man up mentality. So I don't see any, even though Alex, like, I hope he gets back soon. He does wear the green dot.
Yeah.
But I believe the guy who's next in line to wear the green dot, like,
Yeah.
he will be ready to go.
Can't wait to play. That's what well-coached teams do. Well-coached teams beat teams with better athletes any day. But they actually happen to have the better athletes.
Yeah, they
than
do.
everybody. That's the crazy thing about it. They come
beasts.
out with their running game and say, you know what, we can power you out, we can run past you, whatever it takes. I just don't see the Colts having enough complete team to make this a game. At one point, third quarter, fourth quarter, it's going to be an avalanche, and it won't be on the side of Detroit.
If Fred Smoot would have been with us in Washington, on my squad in Washington, Keenan Robinson would have went down. Fred Smoot would have been like, who's going to wear the green dot? Who's going to be wearing the green dot? I would have entered the huddle and be like, oh, we got a little white chocolate in here.
Let's get it going. Who don't like white
It's all about
chocolate?
that preparation.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been bad.
No, it
we're
wasn't.
on a run.
No, it wasn't.
Saints, look up the Saints at next week, 45-14.
That's what I'm talking about. People got to understand, just because it's a star in front of you, it could be a star behind you.
Yeah.
Like, he just don't get the opportunity that you do. It's too many times, like Antonio Pierce, head coach of the for the Las Vegas Raiders.
yeah.
We came in as rookies. He was undrafted. He ended up being our starting middle linebacker. Then guess what? The New York Giants come steal him from us and go win a Super Bowl with him. You don't know what you got till you got it.
Yeah. It's
He's,
I mean,
he's
listen,
the guy's
yeah,
a quote
it's
machine.
a good point.
He
It's a
is.
good point.
Print the shirts. Okay, Dan, the Bucks at the Giants. The Bucks -6.
I'll just go quick here. I'm going to take the Bucks. Mike Evans is back. I think Tristan Wirfs might be able to play, and Zion McCollum as well. The Giants, that feels like just such bad vibes. The fact that they benched Daniel Jones because of the contract, which I understand, but then going to Tommy DeVito instead of Drew Lock. Drew Lock looked like a broken man. I don't know. I think the Bucks are going to start making a run here.
Same. Bucks as well.
we
Tristan.
finally agree. Oh, no,
Tristan
we have
he was limited on Wednesday. McCollum was out on Wednesday. He didn't practice, so who knows if he'll be back. But Jamal Dean, another starter in their secondary that they're getting
got
back.
depth.
Mike Evans as well. It looks like he's trending toward playing this weekend, but I like the Bucks. They've proven that they can score points even without those guys, but that bye week is really going to help them out. I like the Bucks.
Fred?
The only good team in New York right now is the Knicks. At the end of the day, it's over with for the Giants. And Danny DeVito is back in. At least he's entertaining. At least he's entertaining. Because the one thing I always say about this, something about football players, they have these names that stick out. If I be like, yeah, this is my guy, Will Compton, it got an oomph to it.
Yeah.
But if I say, you know what? Daniel Jones coming to get us. Ain't nobody scared of Daniel Jones. Ain't nobody scared of no Daniel Jones. So I'm just saying, with New York, the fear factor is gone. And they got one of the best fronts, D-line.
Yes.
Thibodeau, all those guys that you can hit, Sexy, Dexy, Lawrence, all these guys on the line, that fire gone, though. It's out. It's Tampa's game
Yeah.
to lose.
You're Tommy the DeVito guy, yeah?
No.
No, I thought you were.
No, I had him one game last year, remember, on the show? I picked him to win. It was a big spread, but
Yeah.
I'm
That's right.
I'm
Yeah, I remember
anti-DeVito. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
You at my cutlet?
Yeah, I don't think he's
Come
good.
on, Tommy Cutlet.
I don't think
You're
he's good.
Italian, Jerry.
Yeah, but I don't think he's good at all.
You just had him that one time.
The
when
one
everybody told you
time,
that you were
yes.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
You don't get the double spark though, right, Dan? You'd agree?
No, I agree.
You get the spark one time last year, but then you don't get it again.
Yeah.
I think he might do it. No saying they're going to win, but energy, he going to go out there, he going to fiercely throw the, think about it, if I'm a quarterback for the Giants, all I'm looking for is number one. Where's Malik Neighbors?
Yep.
I'm finna feed you the rock and whatever happens, happens.
Okay, Fred, the Patriots at the Dolphins.
The Patriots are playing some good ball. Drake May is looking way better than most people give him credit for. And I must say, if I go down his roster, wide receivers, tight end, running
Can't
back,
catch.
he don't got the best roster. But the Dolphins, I think the Dolphins have healed up. That's all the fish needed. They needed to get healed, and that's what they doing. Tua throwing the ball. I think Tyreek Hill had his first 100-yard game in like 10 games. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here, and I'm going to do it. I know 7.5 is a lot of points, especially when they play good defense in New England. Ooh, I might have to think about that. But I'm going Dolphins right there. I'm going Dolphins with the 7.5.
Okay.
Dan?
I'll take the Patriots 7.5. Drake May's playing well, and I
He
think
is.
he'll keep him in this game.
Will?
Dolphins.
Dolphins? Okay.
I'm taking way too many underdogs.
I know you guys are going
one
like
I'm
head to
not
head
taking
too.
underdogs
Okay,
too.
Will, the Titans at the
Dolphins have,
Texans.
like he said,
know, they're playing
they've
well.
been getting healed up too,
7.5.
starting to get in a rhythm.
And the big players
Hands
back.
in hell.
And they're in such a spot. They're in such a spot too where nobody's talking about them. They don't have to. They don't have to.
worst
Feel,
team.
they don't have to feel like, hey, we're in this. But with a 4-6 record, if they just go one game at a time,
got
one
A
game
Train
at a time,
back, got
yeah.
Tariq back, got that Waddle back, got everybody back. Ain't nobody talking about Odell Beckham. Odell back. So it's a lot going on in Miami.
The worst team.
Dan is in hell right now. Watching his face.
I'm
is
picking the
just
worst team.
Pain.
This
It's
is a bad.
pain.
This could be bad.
Okay, Will, the Titans at the Texans.
Man.
Texans
I'm gonna go Texans here.
okay.
I'm gonna go Texans. I don't feel good about it. I don't have a lot.
Titans got a
backing
good
them.
defense.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
They play
Keep them in
hard.
games.
Number 3 defense in
It's-
NFL right now?
I don't know if it's still 3, but they do
top
play
5.
hard. Yeah.
They top 5.
They play hard.
I would like. I haven't watched the Titans enough recently with Will Levis. I know when I was watching him with Mason Rudolph,
Yeah.
if that was the line was +8, I might be thinking Titans because you know he's going to be feeding Calvin Ridley and everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Texans here. I'm gonna go
Dan, are you
That's a
taking
lot
the
of
Titans?
points.
It is.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. Another gross one.
That's
This
It is
gonna
a
be
lot.
It's a lot of points.
Oh, that's smell what you got
Disaster
cooking.
Sunday.
Mike
Disaster
Tyson,
Sunday.
Bro, you just went 10-4.
I know, but I'm just.
You might
look
have
at-
the hot hand.
Look at what
He's
I'm
that
doing.
bad
with the
for some
Bears right
reason.
But I'm just saying, like the Colts against the Lions, the Bears against the Vikings, the Panthers against the Chiefs. It's just gross. It's gross.
I really want to pick Tennessee here because I'm a defensive guy, and I believe as long as you can stop people from scoring, you always got a chance. They play good special teams, but I don't know if I could just.
Another game though with Nico since that injury. Like they're gonna have to start finding a really good
But
rhythm
I
here.
can't trust Will Levis, the mayonnaise man. I cannot
He is the
trust
mayonnaise
him. He is the mayonnaise
I
man.
know.
And I cannot trust him on the same field with a Houston defense that's playing good. I think he'll give it up at one point.
Okay, Dan, the Cowboys at the Commanders. The Commanders -10.5. The Cowboys are
You going
done.
Cowboys here? You're
not going to the Cowboys.
You can, bro. That is one game I was watching,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there watching Cooper Rush, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this guy is brutal.
Yeah.
Like, CD Lamb is upset, like, not upset, but he's like,
They're
he
shooting
throws a
music
bad
videos
ball,
in
and
the
CD
club.
Lamb's like, oh, God,
Okay,
we
but
got
They're
we
shooting
got
music
trash
videos in the
for
club
you.
after you can't take the Cowboys. We can't let you take the Cowboys.
You're not going Cowboys, bro.
I'll pass to you.
They've been outscored
Hey,
what?
text your Uncle Rex now.
Look
Ask
at
him what you
look
Since
at-
Dax went down,
look at-
Cooper Rush, they've been outscored like 68-14
what I wrote in my
in two
notes.
games.
Yeah.
In
can't-
2 games.
No, I know.
All right, fine. I'll take the fucking Commanders. Okay.
Were you gonna take the
that's
Cowboys?
what I'm
I was
saying.
thinking about it, but they might be on quit watch.
They're
the
for
Cowboys.
sure on
and
quit
Jaden Daniels
watch.
is probably fully healthy. He
Yeah.
practiced all this week. I'm gonna take the Commanders. All right, fine. You happy? I'm taking the Commanders.
Yeah, we are happy
Yes,
that you
it's-
take
all right.
Commanders.
I assume everybody's taking
I
the
was just
Commanders.
going to be just as scared for you the way you're taking some of these underdogs.
Yeah.
But can you agree with us that the Cowboys are finished mentally,
Yes,
emotionally,
yes, you're right,
physically?
you're right, you're right.
You look at
They're
Jerry
done.
Jones' face; he just got this look on his face.
I know. You're
I
right.
think Jerry, he's actually playing for a higher draft pick.
Yeah.
Because they're asking about Trey Lance, and he's like, we're going to lean on experience.
Yeah.
We're going to lean on experience here and give us the best chance to win games. And I'm legit. That was one game I was watching, the first half, and Cooper Rush was brutal to
Yeah.
watch.
And it's so funny how they had the curtain to the stadium back when Mike Tyson
Yeah.
got in there and showed his butt cheek.
I know, they
but,
can't do
but
it.
they ain't want to do it for the game.
Yeah.
Listen, it's bedlam in Dallas right
Yeah.
now. And you know how you be when the year ain't going, yo. I done been in one of the year where, every game we start out good, but we waiting on that one bad play to happen. And once that one bad play happened, like we seen happen the other night with Dallas, and it's just an avalanche. And I think that's where they at mentally and physically.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they
All
look
right.
awful. Okay, Fred, the Broncos at the Raiders. The Broncos -6.
Bubba Bo Nix. Somebody gonna have to give Bo
Hey.
Nix his props.
He
Yeah.
loves
What
Bo
a
Nix.
pro, what a pro.
I've become a
Bo Nix.
believer. I have become a believer.
Bubba Bo Nix is a more athletic Drew Brees. Nobody wants to say it. If you put wheels on Drew Brees, you get Bo Nix.
Wow.
And Bo Nix, one thing I
A
love
few more
about
inches of height, too.
Yeah.
both of them are 3-inch men. All right, but at the end of the day, I can say this: he's fearless. He will challenge you every play. And if I got a rookie player like that, I'm fine. I'm telling you like this: pound for pound, when we look back 10 years from now, this will be the best quarterback class of all time.
wow.
Of all time.
Wow.
This class, no class will compete with it, and if for one reason, they're COVID babies, and they had a chance to play 50, 60, 40 games. We've never had that many college quarterbacks come in and start, and we haven't even seen Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy.
Yep.
Best quarterback class of all time. It won't even be close.
Wow.
That's a take.
I hope it plays out.
That's a take.
Yeah, that would hurt me though if Caleb wasn't included in that.
No, he's a
All
part
right,
of
no,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
But
But that'll be brutal if it's the best class
I'm
and
not
the
gonna be
number one
negative.
overall
I'm not gonna be
pick.
negative.
It's not the
That's
best one.
Yeah, it wasn't in it.
Dan, who you taking?
The Broncos are going to win this game. The Raiders' offense, it's more about the Broncos' defense versus the Raiders' offense. The Raiders can't run the ball.
Yeah.
They can't do anything offensively. And the Broncos' Bo Nix has been awesome. And if you can't get pressure on him, he will continue to be awesome. And the Broncos' offensive line's good. The Raiders, even with Max Crosby, they have not been able to rush the passer. I'm taking the Broncos.
Will?
I'm with them. I like the Broncos.
Why is nobody talking about Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers has been awesome.
He got 700 yards.
He's been awesome.
You know how it is because the Raiders are playing so bad
Yeah.
right now. They're playing so
But he's
poorly.
been
But
awesome.
You're right.
You're right.
He's been
He's
Right.
about to break the rookie record
Yeah.
for tight ends.
He's
Like,
been
he's
awesome.
been unstoppable, man.
Awesome.
Incredible. All right, Dan, last one, the 49ers at the Packers. The Packers minus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers. Listen, this is two teams that just can't figure it out in the red zone. Both teams have struggled. The one thing I would say for the 49ers struggles is now they have Christian McCaffrey back. I think those struggles will get a little easier. The Packers are under 50% scoring touchdowns in the red zone. I'm going to take the 49ers. 49ers own the Packers historically. And 49ers need this game. Like, they need this game. They're in a bad spot right now when you're looking at the NFC West, and I think this is when they start to get going.
I agree with you, but I feel like you could have the argument that the Packers need it as well, just for how well the division is playing. Because you could be looking at 3 teams getting in the playoff from that division.
Yeah.
And I think that those final 2 minutes from that last playoff game last year, they're going to have an internal fire burning to prove this game.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love gets it going. I think they get going a little bit better in the red zone, so I'm going to go with the Packers.
Fred?
Why do people do this with the 49ers? The 49ers is the beauty queen with a dead tooth in her mouth. Right? you visually can't see what's wrong with her, but it's something wrong with her. And nobody wants to say it. The 49ers, Nick Bosa's not even playing. They only rush 4 people. They never blitz. Fred Warner and the rest of this defense, Lanier and the rest of these guys are going to have to stop this Packers offense at home. At home. It's going to be cold in Green Bay. We're going to bring a team from California to Green Bay without their best defensive player, and y'all going to pick them. I'm going with the Packers at Green Bay. I think it's just going to be too much for them. Brock Purdy, outside, throwing, nope. Brandon Ayuk, I'm going with the Packers.
Beauty queen with a dead tooth?
Yeah.
in her mouth.
Yeah.
That's a visual.
Yeah.
That's a visual. That's a visual. Okay, let's go to hot takes. And I got to say, Fred's hot take in the segment before when he was talking about this could potentially be the best quarterback class of all time.
Yeah.
Of like the J.J. McCarthy class. We haven't even seen him play. So that's going to be hotter than that?
Colts are going to win outright.
Oh.
That's pretty hot.
I don't know if that's hot or foolish.
That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot.
Either or.
Pretty hot.
Either
I think the Lions are the best.
one.
I think the
Either
Lions
or.
are the best team in the
Jerry, you
NFL,
got a hot
but
take?
it's a hard season.
For this week?
Yeah.
I think the Bucks beat the Giants by 3 touchdowns. 3.
I don't know if that's hot.
That might just be factual.
It could be. At 5.5 point spread.
How are you feeling about the Steelers? I know we
Tonight? I feel really good. I did a lot of thinking about this game because in years past, you look at this game, it's like, oh my God, it's a trap. It's a trap game, right? I think the Steelers are different. I think their defense is really, really good. Top 3 in defense, top 12 in offense. They can run the ball really good. Russ, great deep ball still. I think the Steelers can beat them by 10 tonight.
So the reason I ask him that is because by the time this airs, we'll know if that was a hot take or not.
Yeah.
They'll either be
Yeah.
incredibly wrong or
Yeah.
incredibly correct. Okay, Will, you have a hot take?
Yeah, let's say the Ravens win by 2 scores and Derrick Henry has over 150.
Ooh, that's not really hot. I think they're just
like
spot
that.
on right there. They're just spot on. He's a train.
That's where you guys came together, right? That was like the moment where you
Yeah, it
guys
was the
had
moment where
romance.
Smoot
That was
and I, we started to come
finally,
around with each other.
finally.
Yeah, most
Come
definitely.
around.
Okay, all right. The survivor pool picks. So the only 2 people that are still alive, Will, you're still alive, and then Fred, you are still alive. So you have to take a team that the guest chair
Just to win.
Yeah, just to win, not against the spread. So Will, you cannot take the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Titans, the Jets, the Bills, or the 49ers. And Fred, you cannot take the Lions, the Bengals, the 49ers, the Jets, or the Commanders. Anybody else just to win?
Just to win.
Oh, you
Just
can
to
take
win.
the Chiefs.
I'll take the Broncos.
Broncos for Will, okay?
Oh, way to go with old Bo Nix.
He loves Bo
I'm
Nix.
gonna-
I'm a Bo Nix cat.
I'm going to do what common sense people do, and I'm going to take Andy Reid, eat cheeseburgers in South Carolina.
Okay.
All right, I'm taking
Chiefs.
him. Yeah, Chiefs, most definitely.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, this is great, Fred. You're
Fred,
the
you're
best.
awesome, bro.
I feel like you need to be a
awesome.
motivational speaker.
I mean, this is why he
Well, my
invented
dad
Twitter.
is a preacher, you know.
I was going to say preacher too, but I was like, no.
And you know the apple falls so far away from the tree.
You got me shouting you down over here. I'm like, preach
My
it, Pastor,
favorite was
preach it.
we're all past babies and future ghosts. That's facts.
That's just facts. I know
Yep.
we hate to look at it that serious.
Yep.
That's why you got to enjoy the in-between.
Yep.
You know what you need to do after this? You need to, at some point, go into Brandon Walker, like we mentioned, Mississippi State guy, and give him a speech about Mississippi State. Even if you don't
Pump him
believe
up.
it, just like give him a little pump up because
We
he's
talked
down
before
bad.
the show how we finna get together to do our NIL rush. We got to
Okay.
come and see. That's what it's about in college right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's about big pocket, beat little pocket right now. And you know, Mississippi State, pocket ain't that big, but we're going to make it grow.
There you go. And by the way, but I know this airs Friday night, and then it re-airs Sunday. Nebraska, Wisconsin. How are we feeling?
I feel good. Rayoli guaranteed to win. I like how Danny H is calling it.
Guaranteed to win?
Oh, he didn't
He
say
used
the
a
words
guarantee
guaranteed.
win
I like
on
it.
a,
He
on
said-
a,
he
on
said-
a
I like
5 and
quarterback.
5
He said we're
bowl.
gonna get a win. Listen, it ain't even about that. It's the fact that Nebraska's going bowling after this weekend, and I love what the Huskers.
I like
love that
your
Wisconsin's coming to the
quarterback. He's very Patrick Mahomes-ish. I think he's that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna obviously watch this game. I'm gonna root hard for the Badgers.
You're on it next year.
We're on it next year, and listen, we own Nebraska. They've beaten us like one time in the last 15 years.
Who is the real red
listen.
and white team in the Big Ten?
On the
We own them.
on the game we're currently playing, I feel good about Nebraska this weekend.
What
That's
I
all I'll
said
say.
is
I'm not
correct.
I'm not trying to do
What I
anything.
said is
I'm not trying to take
correct.
any personal shots over here.
What I said is correct.
Tell him the past don't need us no more. The future need our energy.
Yeah, but if the past keeps repeating itself, why can't I?
I wanna
look at
get that
the past every
tattooed
year
on
we
me.
But they ain't never had a quarterback like they got right now.
Is he that guy?
Man, he's that guy. Come on, sometimes you can pass the eye test or the smell test. Like if it's some good food people put in your face, like, that smell good. I don't
Sure
taste
he's
that.
that guy?
Can you say the past quote again?
The past don't need us. The future do.
Okay.
All right, so whatever you did in the past,
that guy?
it don't need us no more.
Rayola?
Is he that guy?
Oh, yeah.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I seen him throw that ball, man, and there's a corner.
You don't think so?
So come on now.
I'm just asking the question.
But I'm
just
asking you.
the
I'm
question.
asking you. You think Dylan's that guy?
I don't know.
Ooh, a pair of lips are telling.
I don't know. I don't think you can say definitively.
Bet.
I don't know. It's bullshit that you got Dana Holgerson, though. That's my best friend, and you fucked that up. That's
So he's
bullshit.
good.
Yeah.
Dana Holgerson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, he's good.
I know, we need him. You
I
see him
know.
out there calling out the receiving
gonna
corps,
be-
saying you guys we ain't blocking worth the shit on the perimeter. You ain't gonna get the ball if you ain't blocking.
Yeah, you gotta do both.
Dan, I mean, listen, we've done these shows for many, many years. I think that I need Nebraska to win because he would be so happy. Like, it doesn't even look like you'd be that happy.
Yeah,
if
that's
Wisconsin
fine.
won.
Listen,
He needs this.
He needs
Like you
it.
know, I'm
needs
not
it more
gonna
than
rub
you.
it in your face.
No, I
You
know.
would.
Well, because we just beat
Because you just know
every
I'm
time.
a beaten dog.
Yeah, we beat you every time. I was hoping, obviously I wanted the Badgers to beat Oregon. If the Badgers had beaten Oregon, I was going to text you right away being like, hey, I concede. You need to go bold.
Yeah,
I was like, you take it.
no, that's the head pat. That's the head
Take
pat.
it.
He wants to do.
There go the if. If the if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Listen, I'm
That
just
ain't the way
saying.
things-
I mean, it's crazy. This
It won't be.
man's a
You can't do that. You can't do it with all these ifs. All right? I heard a lot of ifs. Really shocked me today, all the ifs I've heard.
Hey, you watch now. Seattle's gonna beat the brakes off of the Cardinals.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the one that we did disagree.
That's the
right?
one where you
That's
said
the ifs.
ifs.
That's where you throw all the ifs.
I'm willing to say a player's bet of $10, right? I bet you it'd be the coming out party for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh.
$10.
Yeah.
Oh, you want more?
Don't unit shame.
Come on,
Let's
man.
do it.
Shame.
We can do a small face 100. All right,
Yeah,
a small face 100. Ben Franklin.
All right. That's the show. We'll be back next week.